EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the foot of the Rockies, just west of downtown Denver at Empower Field at Mile High. A moment ago, through a shower of pyrotechnics, it was the hometown Broncos taking the field as they get set to do battle with the Baltimore Ravens. Just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now it's Jackson. That'll be complete to Dobbins. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. I have to imagine many defensive coordinators had a sleepless night trying to game plan ways to slow down Lamar Jackson. What do you think is the most effective way to try to do it?
Well, you've got to be a little counterintuitive, because normally you're sitting on the wide receiver 1, aren't you? But with Lamar Jackson, I'd sit on the tight end. He loves to throw into the middle of the field, loves that position as his #1 target. Take that away and hope you have a corner who can stand up man-to-man against a speed guy on the perimeter.
A first catch for the man leading the NFL in receiving yards in this first month. And a first down to boot. Off the play fake, here's Jackson. And this is going to be hauled in by the tight end Andrews. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Andrews, his first touchdown on the year. And the Ravens have taken the early lead. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. KJ Hamler returning it. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
And now the Raven defense going to call a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now a first carry for Melvin Gordon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd and 9. Bridgewater. And that's complete. Albert Okwuegbunam. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. And now the Ravens are going to take another timeout. And that's their second charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining. On third down, Bridgewater. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on third down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on third down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
Great coverage there. Holds them to a 2-yard return following a 50-yard punt. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They have to be thrilled with that first drive. They got them the touchdown. Now they'll be looking to make it a 2-score advantage here on the road.
And you know they spent all week in practice, in meetings, talking about taking an early advantage. Being the road team, going up a score, that takes the crowd out of the game and puts some doubt in the minds of their opponents.
2nd and 10. Off the play fake to Dobbins. Here's Jackson. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Jackson to Bateman there. First down, Ravens.
Ravens receivers are ranked last in receptions and receiving yards each of the last 2 years. Thus, the pick of Rashad Bateman at the University of Minnesota. He was their first-round pick, number 27 overall, and they expect to see more catches and more first downs from that young man.
On 1st and 10, it's Dobbins. And to the 42-yard line here and brought down there. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched him more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
Throwing quickly out wide, Atwell. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. He winds up giving a yard back there, and now it's 3rd and 2. Throwing is Jackson. Buying time to his left. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And this is caught right along the sideline. What a job of keeping the toes in bounds there. And a big 32-yard play on 3rd. They go back to the ground with Dobbins. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at 2nd down.
Well, every now and then we have to let a cliche fly, partner. And in this case, what do they say in the NFL? Your best ability is often your availability. And this is an extremely durable kid coming out of Ohio State. Carried the ball every time they even thought about running it. Wore down defenses and able to break big runs late in games. J.K. Dobbins going to Baltimore, an absolute perfect fit.
Call it a gain of a couple, and that's going to leave him with a 3rd and about 5.
And it's 3rd down.
Play action. Now Jackson. Open man is Bateman. It's complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Rashad Bateman, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Ravens are off to a 13-0 first quarter lead. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They find themselves in a good-sized hole here, and a good-sized hole early on in this game as they come up on first down. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And they have the football and will set up shop at the 33-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
To throw again on 2nd down. Jackson letting one go deep for the end zone. And this is caught. Touchdown, Baltimore. Tutu Atwell with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. And we remember, of course, all scoring plays need to be verified upstairs, and I think they're going to at least take a look at this. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 21-0. So how about this for a start? 21-0 here in the first as they kick this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And following the interception, we'll see what they can put together on this drive.
I can hear my old college coach right now. He always used to tell us before every game, the team making the fewest mistakes will...
And that's caught inside the 35. And he gets all the way down to the 30-yard line. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Marlon Humphrey. And the Ravens are going to get the football back at their own 17. Second straight drive now here, Charles, that have ended with an interception.
And I just wonder, because I don't think it's going to rattle him necessarily, but I also wonder if it's going to unnerve him a little bit. Does it lead to another one? Or does he find a way to pull it together and become sharp again?
And he'll be out right at the 35. The drive starting play, a good one. Give him 19.
First play of the drive, a first down run. Well, that sets you up for whichever way you want to go. Do you come right back and run the football again because you've got them on their heels? Or do you play chess match with them, break tendency, and go play action and go for the big shot?
21-0 our score after one. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
On 2nd and 12, Jackson steps away to his left. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing. But as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
And Jackson's so tough to stop. He's got a first down, and he gives himself up there at the end. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. They'll run on first down. Dobbins. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another first down. It will. Here's Dobbins. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins, his 11th touchdown of the year. And the Ravens are able to add on to their first half lead. Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 28-0. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And you combine a big leg with a mile-high air. There's the outcome. This will sail out of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. Of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game, trying to establish the inside run with toughness now, hopefully get to the perimeter later. And let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on first down.
From the 39, Locke. It's his running back, Melvin Gordon. Spinning again, and he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. Ravens going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Locke going to hand it off here to Gordon. Bulldozes past him. Marlon Humphrey with the tackle defensively.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now a play fake, and here's Locke. He'll get that complete to Albert O. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. Now they run from the gun with Gordon. Down to the 6-yard line on a pickup of 6 as he gets halfway to the goal line.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
Six yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. On play action, Locke. This one complete to his fullback out of the backfield. Touchdown! Andrew Beck, his first touchdown on the year. And the Broncos get a bit closer. On here, Brandon McManus for the point after. He's got it to bring it back to 28-7 now.
Makes the score Ravens
After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. Set at the line for this next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Jackson. Dancing to his left. That's complete, left side to Bateman. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Catch number 4 for him on the afternoon, and it'll give him a first down. Here's Jackson. Open man is Atwell, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up on 2nd and 7. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth,
yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain there as he kept it himself at 2nd down. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. Here's Jackson to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains. Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better? You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts, and they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson keeping it himself from 7 yards out, and the Ravens will add on to their lead. Tucker now for the extra point. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Marcus Peters. And the Ravens are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. After the interception, here's Jackson. All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And he'll take this across midfield and inside the 45.
So first thing that crosses my mind is why didn't they just sit on the lead and take it to the locker room? They're in good shape.
Absolutely. And from this spot on the field, now you've given the other side a chance for points here going into intermission.
Yeah, you changed the momentum of the game, and it's something you did not need to do.
Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's going to drop this one down to Gordon. Now this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. They fake the handoff. Now Locke. Open man here. Schwartz complete. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A Bronco 1st down there. 12 yards on the play.
1st and 10 at the 23-yard line.
They look to throw. It's Locke. Right side, it's Hamler pulling it in. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action. 2nd and 2. From the gun, it's Locke. And that is caught. Touchdown, Denver. Albert Okwuegbuna as the first half is winding down. And the Broncos are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Extra point from McManus is good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with a 3-score lead already, this is not time for a momentum change, so I'd imagine they'd be happy to just take this into the locker room. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. So we reach halftime in what's been a fairly one-sided game so far. As we send you on out to our studios in Orlando, here's Jonathan Coachman at REA Sports Halftime Report. All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. It'll be the Broncos getting the football first in this second half as they trail, and we are back underway. This taken in at the goal line. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
From the 21, it's 2nd and 10. Block now to throw. This is Hamler on the receiving end. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, You see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Give him 14 yards there and a Denver first down. Throwing now is Locke. Over the middle, complete. That's Spencer. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. He was held without a catch in the first half, but he's got one here, and he also picks up a first down. Play action. Now it's Locke. Being chased out left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
Forced out to his left. And unable to connect on the long pass. He actually brings it in, but he was out of bounds, incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Tight end right. 3 down. Hey, check. 3 down.
Shotgun snap to Locke. Looking deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
The scoreboard tells a story for him, a little bit bleak, and while it's not quite desperation time yet, it's definitely getting close, but the defense reads the scoreboard as well. They're going to back up and make them really earn it.
And this will be taken at the 13. So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. Off the play fake. Here's Jackson. Out to his left. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on first down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
They go play action now. Jackson. Flushed out right. And this is caught. It's Brown. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Play action. It's Jackson. Buying time to his left. And Jackson going to have the first down as he will get to the ground to avoid the contact. A nice job there on the escape and scramble. A first down, a 16-yard gain. Jackson on the give to Dobbins. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 50 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far. A lot to praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
Doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
They'll run here with Dobbins. And he takes it inside the 10 to the 8 before he's out of bounds. A good run there on first down, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 2. Now a handoff for Dobbins. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. J.K. Dobbins. His 2nd touchdown of the game, giving him 12 on the season. As the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that'll increase their lead to 28. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
I know tight ends love this route because a lot of times they'll fake a block first and get a little bit of space and then come across the middle because in their mind, they're thinking catch the ball and then drop the hammer on the little guys in the secondary.
Unable to drop the hammer, he just dropped the pass. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Locke, he finds his man, complete. That's Spencer. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. Locke off of play action. And Locke throws another one. It's intercepted. It's Chuck Clark picking it off. So that time the pressure got home just as he was releasing the football. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. The thing that they'll be looking at is a spot of the football, and this is always such a tough one for officials to get exactly right.
Not just because of how fast the game's going, but just trying to get the right sight line to the football. That's not always easy. We'll see what they decide here.
It'll be a gain of 9, and it'll be 2nd and about a yard to go for the first.
2nd and a yard at the 25-yard line.
The quick feet by Jackson, and taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. So 1st and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second-half blowout material. Got a man, it's caught for a Ravens touchdown. J.K. Dobbins there to make the grab. And the Ravens turn that interception into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. Hamler now to return it. Well, now how about this return? And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
2nd and 10 now, 3rd quarter action in Denver. Locke going to throw. And that's checked down to Gordon. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. Here's Locke. Open man is Gordon, complete. And he's got room. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. First down. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now Locke again. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. Touchdown, Broncos. Albert O, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Broncos get a small measure of revenge as they cut into this fourth quarter deficit. McManus's point after is good, and that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. To return it, here's Tavon Young. And able to get this out to the 25. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
And he sidestepped one man, but reinforcements come to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
It'll be a gain of 4, but it won't be enough. It leaves them with a 4th down now. The Ravens send their punter out now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the fourth quarter. Hamler now on the return. And that's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be 1st and 10 Broncos from deep in their own territory. Locke and the Broncos going to come up 1st and 10 at their own 13. To throw it is Locke. And he's going to go down. Back at his own 5-yard line, it's a sack. And you could say that is just another cherry on top for this defense and that entire team. But really, this defense has sparked what's been an impressive effort here in this one.
And notice you used the word sparked because you're not seeing that on the other side of the ball, are you? The offense right now, the spark has left their game, and it's been because of what you described, that defensive pressure.
The Broncos on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and a mile. In his end zone, here's Locke. He'll get that complete to Albino. And the tackle made at the 13. He is well short of the first. It's a gain of 11, but they're still well short. It's 4th down. Now Locke, gotta have this one. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. On 1st down, Dobbins. And effective running here. He'll take it down inside the 10. 79 yards rushing for him now with a couple of touchdown runs to boot.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
They'll get this halfway home from the 8 to the 4 on a gain of 4. He's hit pay dirt a lot this year, but not that time.
Yeah, I'm tracking right there with you. You're exactly right. He's found the end zone plenty of times. No way I can find any fault with the call. He may not have scored there, but of course you're going to give it to him.
The Ravens on 3rd down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. And Dobbins, he is not going to get there. They stop him short of the line to gain. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And they're well on their way now as the lead grows even larger. Well, he was a spectator for much of this game. This is his first field goal opportunity of the entire contest, but he's able to connect.
Yeah, he had a pretty good seat to this one, didn't he? But let's face it, all kickers that you and I know, they want to contribute. They want their opportunity, and he seized his.
The Broncos onto the field, ready to start their next drive. And they unfortunately are staring at a mini losing streak developing, trailing here in the fourth quarter. This would be their third straight defeat. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple.
Single, 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 single.
Here's Locke to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. This home crowd, they're happy with that call.
I like the way you said happy there, right? The so-called good guys didn't get a call. They feel like it's been that way all afternoon. You feeling their pain?
They finally got one.
Yes, they did.
They run it here with Gordon. And across midfield he goes into Raven territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 45 on 2nd down. Locke. That's complete. Okure-Bunan. Still fighting for more. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. Fakes the give to Gordon. Now here's Locke to throw. And he will find his man Schwartz. That's complete. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown. But they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Extra point from McManus is good. And the lead is down to 24. After the touchdown, here's McManus now to kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And some good special teams coverage as they bring him down just outside of the 15. So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But they also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done.
Now Dobbins again on 2nd down. Looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll get it with just over 90 seconds to go in the ball game. Looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. So a decent gain, but all for naught on the penalty.
It's too bad, isn't it? They were feeling pretty good about it. The only people celebrating, the guys who just gave up that play.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Eluding the pressure right. And he almost gets this to the 30, taken down about a yard shy. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Steps away to his left. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. Now the Broncos will use their third and final timeout as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. Another try after the first down sack. Jackson, he's going deep for Brown. He's got a man, complete. And he takes it all the way down to the 32.
Even with the big lead here in the fourth, it still bombs away. And frankly, it's working. Why should they stop? Go ahead and keep firing away and gaining those yards.
He'll swing this out to Dobbins. And he will reach the 8-yard line before going out. That one goes for 24 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
And this will be caught, and the carnage continues. It's another touchdown.
Well, partner, when a team's up this big, this late in the game, I always wonder what's their motivation, because if it's me, I'm thinking about pulling on the reins a little bit. But for them, I don't think it's in their DNA. It's not in their head coach's makeup at all. I think his opinion is, you stop us. We're not supposed to pull back ourselves.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Denver offense at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
I'm going to forget today.
And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. McManus's point after is good, and the lead's down to 24. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this one recovered by the hands team for the Ravens. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
He's going deep for Brown. And give him another 6. It's caught for a touchdown, and the blowout continues.
Well, this is long since over, and some might see this as overkill. But remember, this is a team that puts on the hard hats, grabs the lunch pail, and tells everyone, we're going to give you a full 60 minutes. And that's exactly how they're playing this one out.
Tucker with the extra point, and that will extend this big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. One final try for Locke. Got an open man, it's Schwartz. And now off to the races, down the right side. And a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win him the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Just a formality now, but here's the extra point. And the kick is good, but obviously it won't matter as they're going to go down in defeat here. This one's over. Well, on the one side, if you try to take away something positive from this game, they played to the final whistle, getting the touchdown there on the last play, but still all for naught, really.
Yeah, I'd say give them points for positivity. I like that. That part is good. But I often wonder, when the game is settled and the clock is run out, do we really need to kick the extra point?
Oh, yeah. It's silly. It's silly.
It doesn't make any sense to me. I know that people have explained before, well, you got to play it all the way through. Come on, this thing was done.
So for the Ravens, they're on a nice early roll as they move to 3-1 with a win here. And they'll return home next week to take on the Indianapolis Colts. Meanwhile, for Denver, they'll drop down to 1-3. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Heinz Field to take on the Steelers.